How are you?
Well, good. How are you?
Doing great. I guess your last game, you went back to your home state of Texas to play Houston. I know you're a few hours away originally from Fort Worth. What did that mean to you to go back to your home state? I mean, was it a game you were looking forward to put on a big performance? Did you maybe have more family at the game? What was that like?
It was fun going back home. It was more of a family thing. Got to see my family that I don't get to see often, and I really wasn't worried about putting on I guess a big game, but that's always in my head. But just going out there having fun and having showing my family what I can do.
Jaylon, kind of going back to your roots in Texas, what kind of inspired you to play football, and how have you enjoyed your time at UCF so far?
My dad, he played football at TCU, so I grew up watching his game. So I started off at 4, and football's been there my whole life. And I guess you could say UCF. I love it here. It's actually a dream come true. God put me here, and I appreciate him for that because I didn't think I would be in the position I'm in now.
Jaylon, we saw Trey Nixon put out the tweet yesterday that he's back to practice and thankful that he's back at practice. What have you seen from Trey? What does he look like since he's been out for about 6 or 7 weeks?
Trey's the same man. He was working while he was down, and just glad to have him back on the field, and hopefully we'll see him soon.
Jaylon, you just mentioned your dad and playing at TCU. What kind of player was he, and what did you remember from watching what his performances?
He played corner, so he taught me a lot with me being a receiver. And just watching him, he plays with speed just like I do, and it's just all about beating your opponent and outworking your opponent.
Jalen, going off on that a little bit, I know you played receiver. Have you always been a wide receiver? Did you play a bunch of different positions coming up, or what other position did you play?
I played quarterback my whole life until I got to high school. Then I had to make the switch to receiver. I watched the little Tavon Austin video, and he inspired me to switch the position.
Jaylon, obviously Temple is next, but I think everybody also is aware that you got Cincinnati at home in 2 weeks. Has anything been said this week about not overlooking your next opponent because you know that Cincinnati is in 2 weeks?
Coach Hype always preach go 1-0. So right now we're not focused on Cincinnati. We're focused on Temple, and I think we've prepared really good this week, and we took it day by day, step by step. We had a few things to cleaned it up, and we're just working day by day to focus on Temple.
Jaylon, what was it about Tavon Austin's performance or the way he played that kind of inspired you to make that switch to receiver?
He was electric. Just getting the balls in his hand, and I feel like I'm a shifty player. I haven't had the opportunity to show that yet. A little rusty, but he was just an explosive player. He's fast, and everybody likes him. And he's just a likable player.
Obviously, the stats are showing that UCF leads the nation in total offense. Is that something? Do you look at stuff like that? I mean, I know you're focused on winning game by game, but do you pay attention to stuff like we're number 1 in the nation in offense? Is that something that you want to prove every week that you're one of the best, if not the best, offensive team?
Yeah. That's I do like proving that, but I feel like we haven't accomplished anything yet because it's not the end of the season. We still got a lot of work to do. So at the end of the season, when it says we're number 1, I'll be satisfied. But as of now, we got to keep working.
All right. Thank you, Jaylon. We'll wrap up there, and we'll be back with Coach Halsey.
Appreciate it. Thank you.